And here we are, Ethan Susan right there to my left. He is our Reinhardt's Mercer County November Athlete of the Month. And first off, Ethan, congratulations.
Hey, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
It's been a great way to finish out your career outside of maybe getting the last result being different in Hershey, but just a thought or two about the career coming to an end. And I imagine you probably wouldn't do much different.
No, everything that happened this year, I'm very proud of. Everything our team has done. I'm sure everybody can say, even our coaches, that we're all proud of what we accomplished.
What was the key this year for your team? There was a lot of distractions and almost on a daily basis, something we've never seen before. How did you and your teammates overcome all those distractions?
Like one of our team beliefs, we always just focused on our vision of circumstance. COVID was obviously a circumstance, but our vision was to get to the state championship game, and obviously we didn't win the state championship game, but for the fact that we got there and we all played our hearts out that game, that's all that matters for our team.
It was an unusual year for a lot of reasons. One was the schedule, and you had an opportunity to play a great Farrell team 3 times. How enjoyable were those games?
They're moments I'll remember for the rest of my life. Spending moments like that with my team, Weston making final play of the game, and just all these memories that I've made with my team. There's something I'll never forget.
And then you get an opportunity to play a bunch of playoff games at home, which never happens. I mean, that had to be extra special as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've never played a home playoff game at our stadium, so I mean, for us to go win all our games at our stadium in the playoffs, it was just a nice feeling.
One of those playoff games was Chestnut Ridge, when you and Darren and your offensive line clicked like we've never seen before. You had over 300 yards rushing. What was the difference that night?
That whole week, we just prepared with a different mindset. Our coaches worked our offensive line that game. Us backs, we worked on blocking. Blocking was a big key that game. Obviously, our line took care of that very well that game. And faking was obviously a big factor in that too. You got to fake and get a block, make everything work.
And then you play a really good Beaver Falls team down in the Pittsburgh area, and they had some great athletes on that team as well. Was that one of your best wins of your career?
Yeah, I'd say that's one of our most exciting wins we've had. I mean, obviously, going into the game, we knew they were very good. Even throughout halftime, when we got in the locker room, I mean, we knew that they were a good team, but we know if we keep fighting that, we'll be able to come up top. And obviously, the outcome showed.
You've played against a lot of great teams in your career. Where does Southern Columbia rank this year's team, and maybe compared to the previous 2 you played?
Obviously, their last 2 years, my sophomore year and freshman year, I mean, that team was just overpowered. Obviously, we thought this year that they weren't, quite to that level for that standard, but they were still a very good team. And obviously, we gave it our all that game, but I mean, that's the talent they had on that team was just too competitive for us.
You've had a chance to play under 2 coaches in your career, Coach Varelli and now Coach Fillion. How are they different?
Coach Varelli was a great coach. I mean, I've only played with him 1 year, my freshman year, but just getting experience at varsity level under him was just a great experience. But with Fillion, him and I have a great relationship, and for us to connect over the last 3 years, and him taking me under his wing, learning from him, watching him develop as a coach, and as he watches me develop as a player, it's just like a great way. It's just great for all of us players to be able to start off with a new coach and learn from him as he learns. So I think it was just a great experience for all of us kids, having a new coach and learning from him.
What memory is the one that is at the top of your mind when it comes to your high school career? Is there a singular moment that stands above the rest?
I can't think of a certain play. One memory I can remember is just from freshman year till senior year, just having the Thanksgiving practices, wearing the different jerseys during practice.
Now you have the next step. What is that next step? I would imagine you were hoping to play at the next level. Where does that process stand?
My goal is hopefully pursue in a college level. Obviously, I've talked a good amount. I know Coach Fillion has helped with the recruiting process. Obviously, it's a very drastic and stressful process to go through, but right now we're at a good point with everything going on. We got some colleges we're looking at, and I think everything's doing good right now.
Is it a little bit surreal that your high school experience is coming to an end in a few months, that everything you've worked for, it will be over, at least at this stage?
Yeah, everything, all good things come to an end. I mean, obviously it'll be sad, but I think for everybody, it's good to take the next step and, start a new chapter.
Who's helped you along the way? Has there been any people on the side that we don't know about that have influenced you and helped you get to where you're at today?
Yeah, my parents have always been there for me. My brother inspired me. He went to the Marines. He went from a not so active kid becoming a Marine, like set records in the Marines in under a year. So I mean, that was always inspiring to me. And then obviously Coach Noyan, he's always been by my side throughout all my years of high school. I mean, not even just football, just helping me develop as a person as well.
What's next? What are you doing now in the off season between now and your next, goal or next decision on what you have to make in your life?
Well, I was doing basketball until that got shut down. So me and a couple buddies, we go to a place down in Wilmington. We just work out there a couple days a week. Just got online school, go work out, and then got the rest of my time to myself and focus on school and a little bit of stuff I want to do.
What's your go-to meal? Here's your couple of weird questions. What's your favorite meal? If you can pick it right now, what would you eat tonight for dinner?
If I had anything right now, I would have my mom make a steak and I'd have some rice with it. Rice and steak, I love.
You can't beat that. Now, how about music? Do you have a favorite artist or one or two that you really listen to a lot?
Yeah, I don't have a favorite artist. I mean, it all depends on the day. I mean, sometimes I like hip hop, before games. A lot of time I like country. If I had to pick an artist, I'd say Post Malone. He was the only concert that I've been to recently, other than Dan and Shay back a couple years ago. But I think Post Malone was one of my top artists.
And lastly, Ethan, if there was something about you that nobody knows, maybe a unique hobby or something you like that nobody knows about you, what would that be? What do you do that would surprise people?
I'm crazy about design. I like to, I like a little bit of critique with stuff. I like to design stuff. I like building stuff on my free time, crafts, and a lot of the time, when I get bored, I'll just redo my room. I'll put something different all the time until I just get used to something new.
So maybe a future architect or a designer.
Possibly.
Engineer, maybe. Who knows?
What's up?
Ethan, Susan, congratulations being our Reinhardt's November Mercer County Athlete of the Month. It's been a fun ride watching you grow up and mature, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Bob.